fuck is McClay?
Two. You do that to the
Episode 2, Slate,
pop.
camera 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get Slate for camera 2.
Slate.
Say Bogcast episode 2.
Why do you always stop me when I talk?
This is Bogcast
God,
episode
shut up,
2.
Keith. I'm trying to go.
Bogcast episode 2.
Bogcast episode 2. Slate, camera 2.
Sweet.
Take that shit.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Josh is being a dick today.
Action, motherfuckers.
What's up, man? How's it going?
I'm doing great. I thought we were already rolling.
No.
We are already rolling.
Okay, now we're rolling.
Oh, yeah. So this is the second episode.
Man.
Just want to say excited to have my guest today, Josh Schultz, in the house.
Hey, thank you.
He's a actor, underground recording artist, entrepreneur. He's got beard bombs, hot sauces. He's a horror film director and horror fanatic.
Yes.
So we're also joined today with my co-host Brian McClay. You want to plug your other podcast real quick?
No, check out Comic Days, DAZE, on eBay stores. Comic Days, all your collectible needs.
Awesome. We also got my other co-host helping out on cams and mics, and my best friend Oompa. How's it going, man?
Good, man. How are you, man? Good to be here.
Chilling, man. So I just
Awesome.
It's good to see you 2 days in a row,
I
man.
know, bro.
How long has it been since you guys have seen each other 2 days in a row?
Probably a year or more.
Wow.
Manny's wedding.
Manny's wedding.
Oh,
That's
okay.
right.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Manny.
Yeah.
Right on, man.
Yes,
So
sir.
Manny wore a pretty fucking spectacular onesie to our cancer benefit. If I
Oh
remember
yeah, I
correctly.
forgot
he
about
did,
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking 5 a.m. with Fox 10 sitting there on the rooftop, and
I was like this. I was like,
Manny walks up in a fucking teddy bear onesie with a goddamn license plate.
we're like, yeah, it's downtown. We don't know. It's weird down here.
We don't know who that guy is.
Yeah. Yeah, right on, man. So what have you been up to, man? I mean, you got so much shit that you're doing constantly. Like what are you doing right now?
Wow, it's a lot. It'd probably be quicker to tell you what we're not doing, but for the essence of the show, I guess I'll try. We actually just yesterday released our new hot sauce, which is called Wicked Hot. So yeah, that's kind of the brand new thing that we just put out there. Basically what it is, the Carolina Reaper hot sauce with pure capsaicin extract inside of it, which brings it up to like 6 million Scoville.
Holy shit! How many times have you
it's
tried
real
it?
hot.
Yeah, we actually did the...
I'd hope so. You force yourself to try it.
Oh, yeah. I forced myself to finish my own challenge, put it that way. So we came up with a challenge of you got to eat 4 tacos, and each taco is basically like slathered in the hot sauce. So you got to do that within 10 minutes, and then you have a 5-minute burn-off period where you can't drink or eat anything.
What?
Yeah, and it fucked me up, man.
Holy
it was hard.
shit.
My wife tapped out about a taco and a half in. She was like, nope, I'm fucking out.
So do you do
This was
it like
done.
where you just eat them really quick, or is that even worse than like slowly going at it?
It's hard to. It'll stop you. Like, I tried the first taco real quick, and then as soon as it starts hitting your fucking tongue, it's like, nah, you're gonna chill for a second.
Man.
Yeah, it was difficult.
What
difficult task.
like inspired you to make a hot sauce, and like how involved are you making it? Or, like, are you making it all, or do you have like how involved are you in putting the ingredients together? Like how the packet? I know you do everything. So you did you did the label, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So like let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. So basically, my wife and I, we do a lot of hot sauce challenges together. We do YouTube videos, Facebook content, that kind of stuff.
What's your channel?
We go Tha Wikid One. It's ThaWikidone. So,
Check it.
Yeah, it's the rapper spelling of wicked, because
Yeah.
we don't know how to spell. I'm very illiterate. But yeah, basically we just wanted to create something that we were doing already, because it's getting a lot of views, it's getting attention. So it's like, why not be the creators of a challenge instead of just trying everybody else's? So that's what we did. I contacted a company called Grunt Sauce. It's a veteran-owned company. He actually is a vet of a bunch of different wars, and everybody they employ are vets, which is really cool because they actually give money back for every bottle that's sold.
Wow.
I think it's like $1 per bottle, something like that.
Yeah.
which is
Shout out
awesome.
to all the vets out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Then basically we just went back and forth and talked about the recipe, like what I wanted to see in it. I told him I had a specific extract that I wanted to use because I wanted it to be like the hottest shit ever. Not ever, but like
Yeah.
pretty damn close, you know? Because you always want to employ that like iPhone strategy of not giving everything away right at the beginning. So we want to be able to go up and still get hotter as we continue to do these. But for this first one, you know, we just worked with him, told him what we wanted. He put together the batch and sent it out, and then I took over all the design and marketing and everything else. So we did the challenge about a week ago, and it was fucking just
That's really
bad.
fucking cool, man. So how do people watch the challenge, and how do people get the sauce? I know you were talking earlier. You're sold out, or you're back order?
No, we've sold about half the inventory in a day and a half.
Damn.
Yeah, which is super dope. We got another batch already in the process of being made, so we're going to extend it out a little bit. But after that, we're just going to cut it off on these, and then we're going to do the next one. We don't want to like mass market these and just go crazy with them. We just want it to be small batch, like kind of an underground challenge.
Are you gonna do like limited? So once you stop making that batch, you'll never make it again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's awesome, dude.
That is.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Fucking
So get your hot sauce now before it sells out.
yeah, but where can they get it now?
So you guys can actually see the challenge on our YouTube. It's youtube.com/thewikid1, or you can search for the Wicked Hot Challenge. That's WIKID. And then you can go to gravedirtclothing.com, and that's where we have them for sale.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, right now it's $25 a bottle, and then it's free shipping. So you don't got to pay taxes, nothing like that either.
That's bad, dude. 6 million skull. I just couldn't imagine what it would do to my
Yeah.
butthole.
It hurts. It hurts. It's
So
about as hot
Going
coming
in
out.
or coming out?
Both.
It
So
says avoid it.
just so
enemies.
people understand Scoville level, because I'm obsessed with Scoville level because I
Yeah.
love that show Hot Ones.
Yeah.
And so basic hot sauce is what about for the Scoville level is like what? Is it 2,000?
Well, you're talking for like a Tapatio
Yeah,
or
exactly.
something like that. It's about like a 2,000, 3,000 usually around there. The Carolina Reaper pepper, which currently holds the record for the hottest pepper, is 1 million Scoville. Ooh. So this is taking pure like Carolina Reaper, just puree and just a whole bunch of peppers mixed together.
That's insane.
And then taking the extract and putting it in there. So the extract itself is 13 million. But because you're putting it in something else, it dilutes it a little bit. So that's where you get the dropped rating. But
So the hottest Scoville level on Hot Ones is 1 million, right?
I think the last dab is 1 million.
The last dab, yeah.
I think so.
Which
I
is
could be
crazy.
incorrect, which I love that show, so I should know. But
How much is Del Scorcho by chance? That's
Ooh.
hot.
I don't know.
I don't think it even has a number attached to it. It's so hot.
It's shit. It probably is like in the 100,000s. I would assume.
Yeah.
Like the really hot sauces that don't have like the major hot peppers in there are usually around like the hundreds.
Do you ever, when you're at a restaurant, ask the guy like, or try something like, man, this is amazing. What's the Scoville level? And ask him.
I haven't
Because
I'm
I do,
not-
and my girlfriend's like,
you're
you're
a fucking
fucking idiot.
nerd,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
that's
nerd out, and they look at me like, what
They
the
even know?
fuck? No,
No,
they look
they-
at me like I'm a moron, and then
What
my
would you
girlfriend
do?
makes fun of me, and I'm like, but sometimes like, this is amazing, like this is, but how hot is it?
You know he goes back and tells all the bussers and
Oh
all
yeah,
the
this
look at
fucking
this guy.
yeah, I know this motherfucker. I know.
pitch-
But what would you
Gringo.
do though if a guy goes 2 million volts?
Oh,
To what?
shit.
What?
Million would be like, then I would
Yeah.
know where I'm at in the
Yeah.
Scoville world. That's all I'm trying to do in
Would
this
you,
in this
would
world.
you
You know
tip
what I'm
him
saying?
better?
No, he would pull out.
Fuck yeah.
He would pull out. He would not do it. He would not eat this hot sauce either. He
Yeah.
wouldn't do it.
Speaking about eating the hot sauce, do
I think you guys should try it.
I'll die.
But
But real quick,
can I quote that for our media
yes,
kit?
you
Is
can.
that
You
cool?
can. Yeah,
All
you
right.
can. You can pull it out of this video. Pull it out of this video. Whatever
die.
works.
I
Yeah.
can't eat it. I'll fucking die.
Well, real quick, I want to
All
read
4
this.
of us are gonna try it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no,
And,
please do.
no. Well,
Please do.
We're all gonna cheers.
the very end. I don't want this to be a Hot Ones episode.
Yeah,
and we
yeah,
just
yeah.
fucking-
We could
All,
brought
all I'm
chips.
saying is I did buy a brand new bag of
Oh,
chips on the way
shit.
over here, just so you guys could at least try a drop. We don't have to do
Okay,
it right
we
now.
can do
I'm
that.
gonna
We
smoke
can
a
do
bunch
that.
of weed first, and then
down.
And I'm
Decide.
not. So, real quick, I'm gonna read this. So it says,
I think you broke Keith.
yeah. Can you beat the heat?
Yeah.
Can you beat the heat? Wicked Hot Challenge. # Wicked Hot Challenge. Pick a food to put it on. Cover it in wicked hot sauce. Eat it. We recommend quickly. Allow 5 minutes to pass without any drink or food. Record and upload. Record your challenge and video for the world to witness. So
Yeah.
Make sure you guys go and.
So we have to eat it off of you?
Yes, basically off my nipples. It burns.
Ugh.
It burns, but
I didn't know that part.
I'm out.
He's like, I'll do it now.
I'm out.
So what we
it's the beard though.
we bite a chip, lick your nipple.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like a lime after a tequila shot.
He's gonna put some little hot sauce
Oh,
on his areolas.
It's
and then
gonna
we're bite
burn.
a chip and lick his nip.
It's gonna burn. It's gonna be burned.
That's very cool. So, what made you decide to do this?
Basically, I mean,
Did you want greens on this? Do you want to hit the bong or?
shit, I'll let you handle that for right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, can I use one of your?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I forgot. I brought you guys some gifts. I got some lighters for you with
Wicked
beards
One,
on them and shit.
lighters?
That's
I got mine
badass.
already.
Yeah, he grabbed them. I got some CDs for you guys. You
Yes.
each get one of those too.
Yeah.
Just some. It's called Ugly is Free Volume 2. I put together different volumes of Ugly is Free, which is basically just a bunch of bullshit like collab tracks, free tracks that got put out on the internet, stuff that doesn't end up on an album. So
And I love
out
that
great
we
shit.
still have the CDs around
Yeah,
to
man.
throw to people.
you have to.
Yeah.
You have to. Every time I put a CD out, I'll sell about 100 to 200 depending on what the CD is, and then I just end up giving all the CDs away for free after that. It's like if I can cover what it costs me to produce them, and then I just give them out for free, like I'm
Yeah.
cool with that.
Well,
sure.
let's hit this real quick. Explain, your music and where
Yeah.
they can find you and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, I do music too. I go by the name of Tha Wikid One. I'm basically like an underground horrorcore rapper.
That's kind of like your main passion is rapping.
just horror,
Or-
yeah, rapper and horror.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I think most people's main passion, music, is up there pretty
for
high.
sure.
So,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why I love how you just do it, man, and you don't give a fuck, and you put shit out, and fucking I
Just
really
throw it
respect
out.
that, man. Yeah,
Thank you.
fucking like he was saying, like getting into your some of your music and shit. Where do we find you? But also, like, when do you decide to come out with shit? Like, how often you're like, okay, I'm gonna go in the studio? Are you constantly writing songs, or like, how does that work?
I wish. I think that just with my current workload, it's hard to. I did a couple tracks like a week ago, so I try to get a couple at least done a month to stack up for my album. But I've been kind of slacking on it lately, just because we've been doing a lot of editing and a lot of different TV shows and horror film stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Are you like always writing lyrics, and then you have these lyrics, and then when you go into the studio, like, how does it work when you find beats for your lyrics and stuff? Or do you wait till you have the beat and then write the lyrics to it, or you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you? What's your writing process like? For
Do you
that?
make your own beats?
I used to in high school, but that was about as far as.
But
I
then
got.
you realize like that now it's
I
just
was
too
not-
hard.
Yeah, it was really hard, but it's also really time consuming.
Yeah.
And I think that, if I can find someone to do something better than me, I would rather just employ them to do
Yeah.
it for me, because I know that it's going to be top quality.
I'm with you on that, and
Yeah.
and also not just the quality thing. Like I don't like doing shit. I don't
Yeah.
like doing oil changes. I don't
Yeah.
like mowing the lawn. I'll pay somebody to do that if I got the money.
Yeah,
so I hear
exactly.
you. I hear
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, it's a good strategy.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. So do you already have the lyrics before you go into these when you get involved with a beat, or do you
Most
wait
of
till
the time, I do. If I have like a studio session, I know that when I get there, I've got an hour to knock out a track or an hour per track. So I always make sure that I'm doing it beforehand. Other words, if I'm doing a collab with an artist, I'll just show up at the studio, and it's a lot more lax, where it's like a home studio or the homie's crib, something like that, and we can actually sit there for 2-3 hours and bounce ideas off each other and write it. I prefer to do it that way for collaborations, because I just think that if you get two artists in the same room, why not use each other's strengths and kind of play off of them instead of
Oh,
just
yeah.
dropping your own thing, and hopefully it matches with the other person's tempo and delivery and everything. So
Can there ever be too many artists in the same room to where you guys just
Yeah.
don't do anything? You're just sitting there.
Yeah, that's usually when the blunts come out.
Yeah,
and it's just
yeah.
like,
I hear a lot of stories
yeah.
about how that's rough.
yeah.
Yeah, you guys are all going there to get something done, and
Yeah.
then too many people show up, and it turns into a
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot with the more lax studios,
Yeah.
to put it that way.
Yeah, yeah.
You know who you're working with, and they're serious.
Yeah,
and yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And at this time in the game, it's like, if you're not professional about it, like, we just can't work.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could be doing something in your bedroom, but if your passion is there, the equipment's there, everybody's there setting
Showing
up
up
and
on
it's great.
time.
Yeah, man, and it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
a professional setting. Like, that's the kind of things I like to do.
Yeah.
When you show up, I've worked with really big name artists, and it's like, bro, are you gonna pay attention? Like, are we gonna do this track?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then
Yeah, I got
started
other
talking.
shit to do. I
Yeah.
can be doing stuff that's more productive.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
I prefer to work with more like-minded individuals and not people fucking everything up
Yeah.
by bumping into stuff.
Yeah.
Totally, man.
You playing
Professionals.
Out, you playing out anywhere? If so,
Yeah, actually, I haven't done a show in Arizona in probably like a year and a half, 2 years. I've been doing a lot of traveling, kind of just going across countries. I like to get out of the state more often. But I do have a show next week. I'm playing at Club Red for the ICP CD release party.
Oh, that's
shit.
cool.
Yeah, it's going
That's
to be
cool.
like a fucking high school throwback for me because I haven't been to an ICP concert in like...
Fuck, I didn't know they were still doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're killing it too, apparently.
Yeah.
The Club Red, you said?
Yep.
Sick.
So we got that one, and then March, I want to say March 15th, we got the Axis Family Tour. That's going to be at Club Red too, and that's a bunch of underground rappers. So we're going to be opening up for them.
Tight, man.
So be dope.
Yeah. But by the end of the show, you got to throw us three artists to check out that we might not have heard of.
Oh, I got
Oh,
you.
yeah, for sure, dude.
Yeah, I got you all day.
Well, it's also cool about what you do is not only do you record your own music and stuff, but then you'll shoot your own videos.
Yeah,
So
a
that's
lot of the times.
and the visuals that go along with the lyrics or whatever, the theme was cool too about it. So is there
Yeah.
any place is the same YouTube channel they could check out the
Yeah,
music
same
videos too?
YouTube.
Cool.
You can either go youtube.com/thewikid1 or you could do facebook.com/thewikid1. And you'll find all my stuff on there. It's kind of fucking all over in your face.
Hell yeah. So fucking you got some other shit over here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We can talk about
We
the
got
beard.
a lot, I was gonna
Yeah,
say
the
the
beard
beard
oil,
stuff because
yeah.
we have a lot of
We got
people
some-
with beards coming in and out of
Yeah, you
here.
guys
Well,
got
that's
some-
funny
some
because
scruff.
I was telling Josh like right before the show.
Yeah.
I just cut this thing, man, because I couldn't. It was
Right.
so got to the point where it was getting so unruly.
Yeah.
So I started looking into this stuff. I use
We good?
just the balm stuff that you put in like
Okay.
after a shower just to keep it, all a little
Yeah.
bit, the little 1 or 2 hairs here,
Yeah.
chill. But
Okay.
there's a lot of work, and if you aren't putting in the work, man,
Yeah.
don't make your beard look like shit.
Yeah.
So
It's it's a night and day difference, really. Like, let me ask you a question.
do it.
When you get out of the shower, do you dry your beard with a towel?
No.
Smart man.
Yeah. I
That's the
learned that
number
on
one.
early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the number one mistake most
Oh,
people make
I don't
is,
know if I did that or not.
yeah, well, that's why you look like you're homeless right
Yeah.
Probably right. I get a lot of homeless gigs actually. I would say that.
now. Bazing! You get a lot more than me, we'll put it that way.
yeah, didn't you play like the guy on the
So
street?
all I have to do is not dry Wow.
So
wow.
So rule number
Yeah.
1, don't dry your beard.
Do not dry your beard, comb it
I
out.
want to I want
Let
to
it
show
air
up
dry.
right there. I have one of those rules.
Yeah.
Right here.
What's the second
Rule number
rule?
1.
Yeah.
The second rule is use oil like every other day.
So with here's the
Use
question.
oil every other day.
Yep.
Mhm.
Here's the
Yeah.
question about the oil that I always had. Am I gonna put this oil on? Do you put it on at night, the first thing in the morning? What do you do?
Morning. I
Okay,
go
good.
morning.
Because I've heard that there's people that put oils on at night. I'm thinking to myself,
Yeah.
they get that shit everywhere.
Yeah, well, it depends. Like, I'm a big guy, and I get a little sweaty sometimes when I sleep. So I take showers in the morning. So
Yes.
if you take a shower in the morning, it's essential because you just wiped all your oils out anyway.
Yep.
But if you're taking a shower, at night and then just getting up in the morning and doing your thing, going to work, then I would see putting it on at night. But yeah, I roll around too much, man. I get shit stuck to my face if I had a bunch of oil.
Yeah,
in it,
yeah.
like,
Does
yeah,
it?
it's
Does
not
is
good.
there oils that where the doesn't have the shine in it when you put them in? I mean,
Pretty much all oil is gonna give you that just because
Yeah.
the natural
Mhm.
organic shit in it. It's
Uh-huh.
like got grapeseed oil, almond tree oil, so it's just like all oil. So I don't think you can really get around it.
yeah.
I think the balm though is what kind of sucks out the shininess and
Yes.
just gives you more of the hold.
Yeah.
So I do go back and forth between.
I was going to ask
Yeah.
you, is there a way to use them in layers? What do? Use a couple, every other day, use a different
Yeah.
one?
I try not to put too much in, so I usually
Yeah.
go every other day at the max. The only time I use the balm is when I want more hold, like.
Uh-huh.
I haven't been able to trim up or get to the barber,
Yeah.
and I just want to make sure shit's
And that's
still
a
smooth.
key that a lot of people forget. Find a
Yeah.
good barber out there. Is there any? Here's another thing.
Yeah.
The Phoenix area.
Mm.
What are some good places to go get your beard done up? Do
Man.
you have any? Where do you go?
Yeah.
Do you?
Well, I haven't tried them yet, but I heard there's a really dope place called Banged.
Oh yeah. But I
yeah.
don't. Do they do beards? I know they do really dope hair.
They do. They
Yeah.
do. They
I
do,
mean,
I believe
yeah,
so.
I can attest to that. As a matter of fact, just recently I got my hair cut. So yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
It looks fucking glorious.
Thank you, man.
Like,
Thank
I didn't
you.
even
It looks
notice
like
it. You had
it
a
looks
yeah.
like you just got it done.
I did.
It looks
Well,
fucking
like
beautiful.
not too long ago. But
I also
it
heard
was-
of another place that might do good beards. Is Hair Jordans.
I haven't checked them out yet. No.
Nice.
And
No, like, actually, you know what? Her previous business was called Hair by Jordan, so it's
Hair
kind
by
of
Jordan?
close. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it could be like her, like that, but like with scissors.
Yo, that shit would be fire.
It'd be like scissors.
Scissors right in the air.
Right,
Just
that'd be Jordan with
Yeah.
her hair, you know.
That would
that
be
shit's
bad.
fire.
yeah,
Pat,
dude,
you better
do
trademark.
that.
Trademark that.
Yeah,
That
that's
is pretty bad.
coming
I'll take
soon to
10%.
you. Yeah.
I'll take 10%.
4.
Yeah.
Four.
Yeah.
Trademark that shit right
You
now.
ain't getting shit.
Y'all seen it and heard it.
I'm editing this part out. This part isn't.
Y'all ain't getting no royalties. Bullshit. But yeah, man. The only other thing I could really think of would be a good soap, which we have that too. But it's kind of like the same, you know,
It's not in
natural
the shape
oils
of
and
your
stuff.
face, is
Huh?
it? It's not in the shape of
This
your
is actually in the shape of my nutsack. It's very small at the top and it's kind of wrinkly at the bottom. No, it's a fucking square. It's
I'm all like this.
actually,
Yeah, I was about to say it's on your
Check it
face,
out.
dude. So that's even better. Yeah.
just little cubes, little
Yeah.
blocks.
Yeah.
I use that about like once a week typically. And it's just good to get in there and get all the grungies out and shit.
I want to see it. Shit.
No, you're not allowed to use it, man.
Touch it.
Don't you get that? Your beard looks homeless, dude.
Wow, got him.
I'm going for the homeless look. Sorry.
Oh, he's breaking out in hives.
Oh shit.
What?
You touch the soap, you're breaking out in hives.
Those are herpes.
Who knows?
So can they get this stuff in the same
Yeah.
place?
Actually, yeah, you can go to thewikid1.net and you can get all of my stuff, the hot sauce, the beard oil products, the music, the video.
That's the place to go then.
yeah,
thewikid1.net.
That's the central hub of just evilness.
Yeah. Cool. Very cool, man.
Yeah.
That's a big hustle. You got a
No,
big
dude,
hustle.
we're not even close to done. But how much time do we have? Are we good on time right now? We got time, right?
Got 21 minutes.
Left?
No, that's what we're at.
We only did 21 minutes? Oh, we're fucking good. Well, I want to talk
Golden.
about
Yeah.
because are we allowed to talk about the clothing line? The clothing
When does this come out?
You can whisper about it.
Well, hopefully I wanted it out this week, but I'm going to LA tomorrow, so
Yeah.
within the next 2 weeks for sure.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
What, you all right, brother?
Did you just lose a contact
You didn't
mid show?
You didn't get hot sauce in your eye, did you?
I did.
Oh my God! Are you
Oh,
kidding
why
me?
You doing
I
it? Come
know,
on,
I
bro.
fucking did.
What are you doing?
No, we didn't.
No,
Yeah,
he didn't.
I was touching that and I just went and pulled my eyelashes out.
Oh, you probably want to put some water on that real quick.
Or
I think,
this'll work.
That shit, no, don't put more in there.
Oh shit, I can't even open my. Oh,
Bro, I
shit.
did that. I did that in the challenge.
Is that
yeah.
for real?
Yeah, no, for real. Get some water in your eye.
Oh yeah, bro. Take a
Pour
break.
milk in it.
Oh, shit.
Is 911 is 911 ready to go?
Listen.
Let's get 911 ready.
Can we get a camera on him?
Listen, I don't
Camera
want to.
3.
I don't. I feel really bad.
I don't want to touch it. Get the fuck
No, listen.
Listen.
No, I'm just saying I need to read something to you guys.
He's threatening us with us. He's threatening us.
I need to read something to you guys. It says, "This hot sauce contains Carolina Reaper peppers and pure capsaicin extract. Do not let this come in contact with your eyes or any other sensitive area. Keep away from children and pets." So that's all I'm saying is it's on the
Oompa,
bottle.
you might be dying soon, dude.
Oh, but don't die. You won't die. It will fucking be hot.
Clay
for
might
a
have to give him mouth to mouth.
Just make sure you keep your pants on, dude.
Yeah, don't keep your fucking pants on, whatever you're doing there.
I feel horrible.
Fuck.
I'm just saying, people read the labels.
Yeah, don't
Just
be
read
a
the
moron.
Yeah, man,
If you can read, make sure you read
Oh
them.
shit! No, for real. When we did the
And
challenge,
you want me to put that in my body?
You will put that
Yeah.
in your body.
Fuck that.
You're putting that or something else in your body. That's all I'm saying.
I might have to go through something else. Fuck.
Oh, but you all right?
Goddamn eyes.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna give Jordan a fucking flashback. You
Oh
know what I'm talking about?
my
What?
God.
Did you
But
get-
whatever you say, just replace the word "I" with "but" or something different. Because we had someone else have an accident here and with an eye freak out where the fire
Oh,
department
shit.
actually had to come.
Can you
Shut
talk?
up.
Can you
no,
talk about
I don't
that?
want to talk
Okay.
about that.
Oh,
but,
wow.
But
I think we
it's-
might have
I
to
mean,
make him talk
I will
about it.
talk
You
about
can't.
it.
It's
I don't
not
give a
that
fuck
bad.
actually, but like, yeah, just replace the word eyeball with butthole,
With bunghole.
but keep your pants on.
Yes.
Take them off.
Anyway, the clothing line.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should help him or.
No, he's got it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
If we don't hear him for too long, he might be dead, but he's got it.
He was old. He's old anyway. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, one eye is good. That's all you really need to get through life. Are you okay, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It was just a contact.
Oh shit! Are you? Oh my god! This is why you don't.
That was.
That's.
Oof, that was brutal.
It's like a fucking fight night.
That's right.
And
Fucking
go.
poker.
Okay, so again, check
Okay,
out thewickedone.net for all
Yeah.
these amazing products, and
Yeah.
let's get into the show.
What's up?
Oh,
back to the show?
Yeah. We're recording, right?
I hope so. Are these cameras still going?
Of course.
No, I know they are. Yeah, back to the. Yeah, let's talk about the clothing line.
Do we have Eyeball Gate 2019 on camera?
No, does it really matter when the episode comes out to talk about
Yeah,
it?
probably not.
Okay,
right
yeah, we
now.
don't.
Okay.
Coming soon.
Yeah.
Coming soon. Anyway.
Coming soon.
Yeah,
we tried to stagger. There you go. Moves like stagger. We try to stagger our announcements so we don't just hit people with too many big things at once. So we're just waiting a little bit to announce that.
No, I totally get that, dude.
Yeah.
It's all good. What fucking? Let's talk about some fucking horror shit, man. Like, you
Yeah.
got some bad motherfuckers in the horror world.
Yeah.
You shoot horror shit. You're a horror director.
Yeah, let's hear about how that love start.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh
like-
yeah, that's a great question.
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
how did your? Yeah, that's a great question. How did your fucking love for horror come to your
Man.
life?
Well, I would say my first infatuation with horror probably began when I was, oh God, I want to say 10, 11. I used to live in South Dakota, super small town, so
Yeah.
we didn't get to watch a lot of different crap. And one night, Child's Play was on TV,
Ooh.
and my mom had fallen asleep on the couch, so I snuck out and I sat down in the hallway and just was watching TV. I watched almost the whole movie, and it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, I can imagine being a little kid seeing that shit. Yeah.
I had nightmares for a couple months, and
Yeah.
I didn't want to tell my mom because I didn't want her to get mad at me. So sorry, Mom.
Yeah. I think she's cool with it now.
Yeah, I think she's fine now. But yeah, man, after I saw that, I just tried to seek out like any crazy horror films that I could, and it kind of the obsession just started from there.
Kind of
And
like
then-
sleep in CD video shops and
yeah, exactly.
because a lot of that
Laserdiscs.
old horror stuff, it was really hard to find. Some of the
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was super
You
hard.
aren't, you aren't walking into a Blockbuster finding like
Yeah.
that cool shit.
Yeah, right.
After
Yeah,
you
yeah.
watch that though, was it like a rebellious thing for you to do to watch horror, or was your parents, your mom cool with it, or whatever, or like how?
My mom was definitely not cool with it. She wouldn't let me watch it,
Mhm.
so I just liked it. I didn't really do it to like rebel, but at the same time, it's always
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
always a
Do
little
that,
bit
yeah.
funner when you think you're gonna get caught. You're just like,
Yeah.
oh shit, So it was a little bit of both, but to me, it was more just kind of, I like to be scared. Like it's really hard to scare me. So when I get that feeling of like, oh shit, like something could happen, like,
Is there a movie
Kinda-
that's done that recently?
uh,
Or what's the last movie that was really kind of made you go, well, that was crazy?
I would say on an independent tip would probably be Terrifier.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Oh, shit.
I don't even think I've ever heard of that one.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna write that down.
It's fucking amazing, man. Our friend David Howard Thornton plays Art the Clown. It's based off of All Hallows Eve, which was the previous movie. There was a different actor who played Art, but for me, it was like the first really good character horror movie that has come out in a while that wasn't just trying to be it or trying to be something else.
Yeah.
So it was like he's a clown, he's an evil clown dude, but it's just like so fucking weird and demented. Like there's one part where he's got a girl hanging upside down from the ceiling on like one of those cow like meat hook things. Legs are spread open. He's just looking at this chick and sawing this other chick in half, and they don't cut. It's like it's a body double, so they're just he's like just fucking sawing and hacking through this chick, and he's like dancing while he's doing it, and it was just a really fucking creepy movie.
Yeah.
and
So
I liked
people
it.
with clown fears don't stay away.
Yeah,
Don't you have
fuck
don't
with
you have a
that.
clan
Yeah.
fear, Oompa, or are you over that?
No, I think I'm over that actually. But I did though. I did.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a
Don't
big
you have
deal.
a
Yeah.
tattoo for that? Or
I do.
something?
I do. I do have a clown in a straight jacket.
Yeah.
Is it because you're trying to hold that clown at bay?
Yeah.
I like it.
No, I got it actually at a played a tattoo festival up in Flagstaff,
Nice.
and the company that was sponsoring it, they gave every band member a free tattoo.
Oh shit!
Really?
That's
Oh.
badass.
Oh
That's
wow, I
dope.
didn't know that.
That's dope.
That's sick.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
I like
So
that.
I brought a picture. His name was Mike. I brought a picture, and he kind of altered it and kind of took my idea and he
He put it down on my arm. It was pretty tight.
That's
Oh,
dope.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's sick, man.
I fucking love tattoos.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get one day.
Do you have any clown tattoos?
No, I don't.
So
I've got scary demon tattoos and Ninja Turtles, but that's it.
Ninja Turtles, man. There's
Yeah.
something about Ninja Turtles, man.
Yeah.
That's like one of those things, like G.I. Joe, Ninja Turtles.
I
and
feel like I was too old for Ninja Turtles. Like I missed it.
we
feel
were
like-
just
I feel
at
like,
that
like-
age. My
like your
brother was into
brother,
yeah.
Maybe because I didn't have a little brother or
Yeah.
something. But it seemed like I was just like I felt like I just missed the Ninja Turtles.
I
I
wish they
played
would've made
the
DuckTales.
I played the
action
video
figures.
games.
DuckTales.
What?
Woo!
They make
That shit.
DuckTales action figures?
No,
They
they should
did.
have.
Oh, sure.
Instead of the turtles.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So there's a movie, the last movie. I'm not big into horror, but there was a movie that I saw. Probably it's been about 5 years. I want to say, Martyrs.
No, that's
Martyrs is
2008 or 9.
I think that was the last horror
Yeah.
film that made
Not
me
the
just
remake.
Go,
By the
not
way.
the remake.
Yeah, there's
no,
an
no,
American
no.
fucking remake. I
No,
I
that
didn't
was
even watch
horrible.
it.
It's
That
a
was
French
horrible.
version, right? It's a French.
French
yeah.
version. Yeah, that movie.
Yeah, check that out.
Fucked up.
That is one of the
Yeah.
best, not just horror movies, best movies I've ever seen in my life.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I
it was
love
really
that
good.
fucking
And
movie.
they take a road into this film where you have no idea what you're watching.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you think you do.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You think
Yeah.
you do, but it's not, and it's good.
I
And
love
very
that
few,
fucking movie.
very few films do that, where they throw that change at you, where it's really good. It's not out of, it's not silly. And this
Yeah.
movie is dark, and it's
like
dark
it.
in a different way. Not
Yeah.
a really good. I love
Yeah.
shit like
They
that.
do the
make you
same
think.
thing where they like don't cut, and you're just
Yeah,
like,
super
what?
gory,
the
like,
fu-
yeah.
well, yeah. But
Yeah.
you know what's even better than the movie is the making of the movie. You
Yes.
know why? Because the director the entire time is the biggest fucking dickhead, and I'm serious. And it's all subtitles because they're all doing it in French and shit.
Yeah.
And like when they cut to the actors, they're like, "Fucking this guy's a dick," and fucking like it was a very stressful shoot, and
No
he was
shit.
and he didn't care.
Yeah.
Either, but like I was like, "Fuck that." This was even before I was in acting shit. I actually watched this. And
Yeah.
I was like, I would never even.
I wonder if he
work.
did
I
it
would
on
totally work with
purpose.
him now though.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
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 I wonder if he
We've
did it on
worked with
purpose.
worse assholes.
Like there's a story about.
You know what? That's
When
a,
they were
that's
doing
a,
The Shining?
That's an excuse. You just so you can be an asshole. Like,
I don't know.
had
What's
to
it-
do
what's
it.
his name?
It's a process.
It's a process. Yes, it's art. It's
What's
art.
his name during The Shining? The way he treated the wife and
I know that's
yeah.
well. He was a huge
Yeah.
dick to her.
Oh yeah, big time.
Fuck yeah.
So
On The Shining, you're talking about?
You know,
Yeah.
honestly, there's been a few times where I was working with my wife where she just wasn't in character, just because of whatever, maybe being on the set too long or for whatever, and I would literally talk some shit to her and get her pissed off, and
Yeah,
then she
I
would
mean-
go in there and fucking kill her performance. So I mean, I'm a big
Whatever it
fan
takes.
of method acting, bro. Like,
yeah.
as long as at the end of it you can kind of be like, all right, hey, thanks. This is this is
Yeah.
the reason why I did that. Because otherwise, then everyone just thinks you're a huge fucking dick.
Yeah.
But-
I hear Christian Bale is a cocksucker, man.
Yeah, bro. That one audio that leaked on
Yeah.
him was fucking
Give him a
hilarious.
break. That was fucking 10 years ago. He's
Well, the
crazy
fine.
thing-
everyone loves him. Fucking, he's cool. He's
He's fucking
you don't know
Batman,
he's a
bro.
dick. If he was in here right now hanging out, you'd be like, he's a cool
Oh, fucking
motherfucker.
A,
He's a
don't get me
cool
wrong. Yeah,
motherfucker.
he's probably
Christian
one of my-
Bale. You can come on anytime. He's gonna do it from fucking Skype.
I'll do it from Skype. Yeah. in the next room.
Fucking give him a break.
I'm gonna go on Cameo and fucking get a shout out from Christian Bale just talking mad shit. To
The
him.
guy goes from 90 pounds to like 230 in like
I
2
need-
months.
yes,
He's
I
like,
need- I
I'd be
need
a little
some-
crabby too. You know what I mean? Fuck.
Yeah, I need some pointers on that.
Oh shit!
Yeah, definitely come on the
Is
show.
this camera still going?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I like the way you point with that marker. It's very
Sorry.
substitute teacher esque.
That's all right here,
children. Listen. You knock
But,
your little fucking marker on the whiteboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
Fucking. So Child's Play is like, is that your all-time favorite because it was the first one you saw? Because I saw you post something in your story the other day with your. I think you had a Chucky, or no, it was a Chucky doll. Or
It was a Chucky doll. That was actually the
was a
original
Chucky
Chucky
doll,
doll.
never mind,
Yeah,
yeah.
from the
Nice.
original movie.
They actually sell those. You can get those.
Yeah, but this was the one from the movie.
Wow.
Yeah, our friend.
He has all kinds of badass like actual memorabilia, sign,
yeah.
crazy shit. Don't you got like Manson's fucking hair? Fucking,
Yeah, I got some Charles Manson hair, like post mortem from fucking when they did their
How do you go about getting that shit?
just
Nope,
channels.
know the people.
Just
yeah.
channels.
Yeah. AKA the dark web.
No,
He ordered
No.
one of those surprise boxes from the
No,
dark
actually-
web.
I gotta edit this part out. No, Jesus. Fuck.
I mean, the great part about being so vocal on Facebook about the weird shit that we like is people will shoot me messages like, "Hey, man, I've got this, and
Yeah.
I got a certificate of authenticity, and
Yeah.
da 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 da." And
Yeah.
I mean, that's how we get a lot of it, to be honest. But there's kind of like this little community that will basically put money on prisoners' books in exchange for memorabilia.
Oh, that's creepy as
Yeah,
fuck.
so like I know like these cats, true crime auctions that have like I don't know how they obtain the hair. They got a bunch of it, so they sell it at like 3 strands a piece, 6 strands a piece, or whatever. And like they have all kinds of crazy shit, like Ed Gein's farm dirt, like fucking. I got a piece of Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment building wall.
Do you ever get scared like that might harbor some of that dark energy and fucking you're gonna have like a ghost show up in your house or something? Because I would, dude. That shit would scare the hell out of me, man.
What? You think it does?
It does.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
We've
there's
had some
energy
weird
about
shit.
that shit, dude. How do you
Totally
have
does.
this behind us and
Yeah.
not think about that energy?
Right,
I don't know.
That energy.
Because I've
man.
never seen it.
bro. You've seen some of the
I
videos
fucking
I
brought
posted.
I fucking brought that fucking 2000 fucking tower to fucking
And you never
Monte
checked the
Vista.
data.
Yeah, I did.
You've never checked
It was
that
us
data.
fucking sober, leaving for 8 hours, coming back and bad looking, saying weird things on the where we were partying and shit.
Yeah, but you didn't check that whole time period where it was quiet.
You're talking about
I was
the
looking
Monty
for
V and
I was
Flagstaff?
looking for blimps in the waveform. You know what
Okay,
I'm saying?
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I brought like 4 microphones.
What store?
But
What,
there was
that
a room that we stayed in where a lady jumped out the window, and then in the
Is
same
that the
room someone
Congress?
murdered
The Congress?
Monty V.
The Monty V.
Monty
Yeah.
Vista.
Where's
Monte
that
Vista.
on Flagstaff?
Yeah.
And I
We have
brought
not
mine,
been
so-
there yet. We've been to a lot of different locations and done ghost hunting. But
Have you? Did you do the EVPs?
Yeah,
Have you ever caught any?
yeah.
Dude, you got to come back and bring
Yeah.
some
Oh,
EVPs
he's
with
into
you.
that too.
Do you go to
Yeah,
Jerome?
we actually have we've shot about 4 or 5 episodes. My wife and I are doing this series called The Haunted Honeymooners. So for our honeymoon last year, it's really fucking creepy. But what we did instead of going to like Florida or some shit is I booked a road trip. I said put a road trip together in the Midwest, and we stayed at all of these haunted places that we've seen on like Ghost Hunters and like all these other shows to see if they really were haunted, and shot episodes in each place. So off of that,
That's so
like
fucking bad.
we're just gonna shoot a couple more episodes, and we're gonna shop it around because we've got some crazy shit. Like
Do you
on
go
camera.
to Jerome?
We have been to Jerome. Yeah, we went to the Grand Hotel about a month ago, and we didn't get anything at the Grand Hotel. It was pretty just calm and chill. But we did go on a ghost hunting tour to a cemetery in Jerome, and that shit was crazy. Like we got all kinds
See,
of
this
like,
is the
talking.
thing with Clay. When he's talking about, I believe there's energies and shit
Yeah.
like that there. But I don't think a piece of fucking hair that's in his shit. I don't know. I just don't see energy coming from something like that. I don't know. That's just
Yeah.
me. I don't know.
I mean, it just
That,
depends.
that dark energy is it manifests from somewhere, so it's got to manifest from the people when they're alive too, right? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like there's Ed and Lorraine Warren have a nephew that has a
Tony
that-
Spira.
what
Tony Spira.
is that? Who it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that has the museum
Yeah.
with all the haunted relics and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, he actually shows Annabelle now, which is really strange. He's been showing her, and you gotta like buy a ticket to go see her.
Yeah, yeah.
Which kind of defeats like the whole purpose that Ed and Lorraine wanted it to stay in their small
Yeah.
little museum, so it didn't affect other people.
Yeah.
And now he's kind of like going out there, and you know he does it very carefully, and he blesses the box before he brings it out and stuff. But to me, it's just crazy to go from we don't want you to see this, or you can come see it, but you
Yeah,
gotta stay
yeah.
far away. And now he's like actually taking it out
Yeah.
in public. But
Yeah, there was so I'm really into this stuff too. Like I
Yeah.
grew up with every night, man, when I would go to bed, AM
Sightings.
radio, local station 550 KFY, Art
Yeah.
Bell,
Art
Art Bell,
Bell's
coast to
dope.
coast.
yeah,
That is the way to do it, man.
Yeah.
And so I grew up with that every night. Like probably I think that show started like 96.
okay,
So high school years. So I got
Yeah.
really deep into that shit, right? And Ed and Lorraine Warren were on there all the time, and I remember just hearing stories about them. You know, the original investigators at Amityville and
Yeah.
all that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And you can that just sucks you into that world, man.
Oh, yeah.
If you're the type of person that wants to know things, you know what I mean, like. I
Yeah.
wonder, like, is that real? Is that real? And it doesn't even have to be with, like, haunted shit or aliens or anything. If you want to know what is really back there, the wizard pulling the strings,
yeah,
shit like that is cool.
Yeah,
And
it's
so
really cool.
I could totally see going to those haunted sites, but you know what, man?
Yeah.
I'm too big of a pussy.
I was just gonna ask you that, McClay. I know
Too
you're
big of a
super
pussy.
interested in it, but would you go along with those kinds of things?
For the
Why?
main
Yeah.
reason that I'd be scared I'd bring something back with me. Right?
That
Because-
footage would be better to see him
should go,
of
Clay.
that than
No,
you
should
go,
go.
than the actual like
No,
we find
no.
something.
see it freak out.
You know, because listen, man. No, that's so. Even if there isn't some religious god or something, the way you go to those things.
Yeah.
Tell me if I'm wrong. You kind of like do a blessing and you say, you're not allowed to follow me. You have to do that
Yeah.
shit if you don't want them coming with you,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, that's typically what you want to do. One of the craziest places we went to on our road trip was called the Axe Murder House of Villisca, and they have a movie about it. The movie is dog shit.
In Iowa?
Yeah, it's in Iowa. The fucking town has like 400 people in there. Like there was literally a gas station and a grocery store, and that was it. So it was really fucking freaky. But we rented the entire house overnight.
Jesus.
So
Fucking Christ.
we made it to about 3:30 a.m. and we ended up leaving and going and getting a hotel room.
Oh.
We were like, we're done.
What happened?
Yeah.
It was
creepy
just
shit, man.
we actually have on tape. So there was the story goes that there was a guy who snuck into this house. He basically hid in the attic, waited for this family to come home and go to sleep. He killed 6 kids and 2 adults with an axe. Chopped everybody up. Nobody woke up during it. The worst part was like he sexually assaulted one of the girls downstairs, but did some really crazy shit like put cooked bacon everywhere and like put raw meat on the floor, which typically has like demonic attachment to it if somebody's like possessed, is what they say. You know, the raw meat is like one of the telltale signs. But did all this crazy shit and then just disappeared. And like
They never have caught him?
Don't know who the fuck it is. Some random person had actually admitted to doing it, but none of the stuff that he admitted to matched up with what actually happened, so they had to let him go.
There were cigarettes too.
Yeah.
Up in the attic, cigarette butts.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
that's creepy.
But so when we did this fucking ghost hunting there, the guy, his name's Johnny Hauser, really cool dude. He owns the property now. He lives right next door. Turns the key over to you and he's like, "There you go. It's yours all night. There's nobody with you. There's no electricity, so it's pitch black. So you're using flashlights all night. You're in the middle of fucking bumfucked Iowa. Like literally, there's
No
400
Wi-Fi.
people, no Wi-Fi. But get this, we get in the house and our phones work perfectly. 4G LTE. We jump online. We start broadcasting live. We were getting service nowhere. So that was the first sign of like, this is weird. You know, it's just like maybe they've got something in there like a fucking Wi-Fi booster. But if you see this
Well,
house,
the guy's next door, like,
yeah, fucking with them.
yeah.
yeah, exactly.
He's
And-
got cameras and shit.
It's like Scooby-Doo episode.
Yeah. Oh, it's really him. Which I'm the biggest skeptic in the world, and I really like.
You have to be.
Yeah, it takes me a lot to believe some shit. Like there's an invisible person sitting right here that could push something off the shelf.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
like, that's
So what happened to you?
So there is so because of there are kid spirits there, like a kid energy. What they say is you can roll a ball and the kids will play with you. They'll roll the ball back. So my wife sat down and she considers herself an empath, where she's very like in touch with energies and like
She can
you don't
pick it
even-
up.
Yeah, you don't even have to tell her the story, and she can pretty much pick up exactly what happened already. She sits down, starts talking to the kids, rolls the ball stops, starts rolling this way, it stops, and then just rolls right back to her. She's like, all right, cool. Maybe the floor is like warped or something, and the ball's rolling around, and we good? Everybody,
Yeah.
everybody okay? Good.
No,
Yeah,
you
gotta
keep
have you
going.
work.
I have
That's
to do
that
this.
energy, man. I'm
No.
telling you, the energy's
Yeah.
fucking
The
with
knobs
us,
are
man.
fucking turning, bro. No.
Everybody looks scared
No,
for
dude,
a second.
I
like,
gotta check audio.
I
and
got
video.
auto-tune on my voice now.
No, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry about that.
no, you're good. So, but, you know, the ball thing happened, and it wasn't that big of a deal until
Like, did it happen fast, or did it just kind of like slowly move? Like,
It happened fast.
wow.
It was a couple times. She tried it a few times.
Wow.
And we
Fuck
got all that on tape. And we've got some different EVPs where we hear like music, we hear crying, we hear just some weird shit. And we haven't released any of it yet because obviously we're holding on to it to try to
Yeah.
push the show.
Yeah.
But one of the wildest things that happened was when we went upstairs, we opened the door to the attic, and this is like the scariest looking shit ever, right? It's just a tiny closet. You open the door, and there's a little door. You open it, this huge fucking attic. We open it. Everything, all the batteries start draining immediately.
Yeah.
We hear all this banging downstairs. My wife is like, we gotta go. Fucking everyone takes off downstairs, right? And after that is when like we started hearing really weird noises. We started hearing like
you let that thing out of there.
yeah, we started hearing
Yeah.
banging on the floor upstairs.
So
it was just nuts. But
I mean, are you guys stuck there? I mean, what do you can't go anywhere because you have to
No.
stay there, right?
No, I
So
mean,
you
we
have to-
can
You have to
leave.
tough the night out, right? Or
yeah, no, you can leave because
But did you stay or did you leave? Or I mean, were you also legit
Yeah.
scared?
I was a little tripped
I
out.
would have been fucking
Yeah.
like my hair probably would have been
Yeah.
fucking stand up on my arms and shit.
Yeah.
I think the craziest part, yes, you do get a key, so you can leave whenever you want. And he says that most people don't make it more than a couple hours, so he has a drop box, so you can just throw the key
That's
in there
dope.
and
That's
leave.
dope. Yeah.
He's like, if you guys don't make mistaken. I'm just letting you know. Apparently, he's done 400 overnight stays by himself.
Oh, I was gonna say
And
he probably doesn't stay in there, but he does.
Yeah, he does.
Does he have proof? Like, does he show you proof?
Yeah.
Like his EVPs that he catches?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
His, like,
Is there a website you can go probably check him
that's
out,
crazy.
right?
Oh God!
I mean,
I'll send it to
yeah,
you
yeah.
so you
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
can
I
maybe
can-
drop the
yeah, I
link
can do
down
that.
there.
Yeah,
But they have just a lot of paranormal shows, and he has his own show on there, so all of his evidence and stuff is there. And he'll do like live streams where he'll stay there all night and shit. It's pretty wild. But the wildest thing where we actually left after it happened was we bought a toy from the gas station. It was a little bee where you can like roll it and then let it go like an old car, and it just goes across the floor. So my wife was talking to these kids, and she's like, you guys want to play with the bee? I'm gonna put it down for you. And she sends it across the floor. Nothing happens. I don't expect anything to happen. It's cool, whatever. We go into the next room, and we've got 3 cameras rolling at all times. So you're seeing like a lot of the angles. So that like, a cord didn't hit something or somebody kicked something or whatever. So we move into the kids' bedroom, which is just off of the front living room, and the bee is in the living room. So we go in the kids' room, and we're talking to an EVP session. We walk back out, and the fucking bee is gone. So this was after one of the guys who was filming with us. He was like, "Oh, I just got this like really hot fucking flash. It's weird." And we see the shadow, and on the camera you can see the bee way in the background. Like I zoomed in, you see the bee, and there's a shadow, and the bee fucking disappears.
What the fuck?
So it's like if I tweak it enough and lighten it up, I don't know like exactly what I can get out of it, but you see it disappear from frame on a static camera where it's not moving. You know what I'm saying? So that shit was crazy because we searched for about 10 minutes under the bed. We looked back at the footage to make sure we didn't hit it, anything like that, and it was nowhere to be found. We go outside of the house. We come back in, and it's in the fucking bedroom sitting on the carpet.
Like they put it there for you after for
Yeah.
you to come back and find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after that, my wife was like, "We're gone. We're done. It's a wrap. We're going to take off."
I wouldn't be surprised, if some of those kids' energies, man, they never got a chance to, you know what I mean?
Or there's a couple people fucking with you.
Yeah, that could be it too.
That's
but-
what I thought too.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
No.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I believe either or just as much.
Yeah, yeah.
I swear to God.
You got to
know what
learn
I
to
mean?
separate the
Yeah,
wheat
yeah,
from the chaff. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I was saying the same thing. Like if that was me and I was making, we paid $500 to stay the night, which is a good fucking chunk of change, man. If you had people doing that all day, every month, every fucking month, bro, you got 30 of those a month.
Yeah.
I would throw some shit in there to spook people
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So I'm thinking like, what if he's got a little trigger
Throw some
somewhere?
walkie-talkies in the beds
doing
and shit.
something. Yeah, so
Or like,
but he's
this
legit.
shit is
bro.
really going on, but he's also
Yeah.
kind of exaggerating a little bit.
Could
what I'm
be.
saying? Or, I don't know.
Who
But
knows? It
one
might
thing-
be all real, man. You don't know.
Yeah. Well, the crazy shit is when he's showing us the house, he goes, "Oh, and I gotta let you know what this blood is from." And we're just like, we stop right in the middle of him fucking talking. We're like, "What blood?" And he flips the carpet over, this old rug, and it's got a big blood stain on it that looked pretty fucking fresh, like not like old and weathered. You know what I mean? And tells us that a week before we stayed there, some guy went with his fucking his parents, but this guy was like 45, 50 years old. So his parents were super old. They didn't want to go in the house. They stayed in a little guest house in the back. This dude ended up stabbing himself in the chest with a hunting knife.
The week before you.
The week before, bro.
Oh my God.
Stabbed himself in the chest with a hunting knife, and there's like a news thing, but you got to dig for it really far because they didn't really want it to get out. Goes upstairs after he stabs himself and wipes blood all over the wall. And he's like showing us like where he had to scrub the wall to get this blood off. So like that fucking energy is there.
Yeah.
On top of everything else, bro.
Just
And it
lots
was
of
just
negative
nuts.
energy, yeah.
Did you get to interact with anyone from the rest of the town at all?
We did. It was fucking
And the reason why I'm
weird.
asking is because like, what are their thoughts of that guy doing that? Are they like, fuck this guy, fuck him bringing outsiders in, or do they stay away? Like, what is their attitude about it, and what were they like?
I really think that place is the only thing keeping the town afloat.
Yeah.
To be honest, because there's nothing there. There's a gas station and a grocery store, and I think there was like one little store that we saw in town, and that's it.
So you're saying there's 400 people, right?
Yeah, literally.
So they hire 3 out of those 400 a night to fucking fucking with the house every night. You know what I mean? It's like a movie. It's like a Jordan Peele movie.
Right?
I'm serious.
Yeah, seriously. And that's what I kept bringing up, but
I'm
the
just
wife
fucking around.
the wife
I mean,
was
I
shooting
was-
me down. So
One of the craziest EVP things that I ever heard was they were in this house where it was one of the main spirit things that was going on was they thought it was a mother and her child, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And this was old school Art Bell coast to coast. You hear in the middle of the night, and you can still find it on the internet. I'm sure if you just type in, the EVP, what the EVP says, you could find it. But so there's this mirror, and supposedly the story is that you usually see the mother or the child or something that is that height, like in the mirror, Mm-hmm. So they're in there and they're walking around that room where that mirror is, and they're just talking, and one of the sound guy goes, "Did you see that?" And then all of a sudden in the EVP you hear, "It's all right, honey. Come on, it's all right. It's all right, honey. It's just a camera. Come on, let's go." And like the kid was afraid of the cameraman, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that she was telling him, "Come on, it's okay." You know what I mean? Wow. And then like I remember that movie came out. What was that movie with Nicole Kidman where they were the spirits? The Others. The Others.
Oh yeah, that's a good movie.
And that's the first thing I thought in my head. Like, I mean, that movie came out years after this EVP, but first thing I thought in my head that could be totally real. Because that was a perfect situation like that where those spirits could be on the other side, and she's still telling her son, "It's okay, don't worry, you don't have to worry about them or this or da da da." Yeah. It was creepy, and that was one of the few EVPs I remember hearing going, maybe this shit could be real. Maybe there could be some type of and then the whole stone tape theory thing, where if there's like quartz mines or a lot of if you're in like a cave area or something, or a lot of quartz crystal that's on part of the ground where it's at, that it acts like a tape recorder with that energy, you know what I mean? And it'll replay it, and that's how those spirits are stuck to those points. And they say that they're not really like spirits that can do things. It's just replaying an event over and over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And that blew me away too. That was kind of like a plausible thing that where
that's
you can
like
go.
A theory.
Yeah.
Whose theory is that?
I don't. It's been around for a while, but. That like
so like that, like say Jerome for
perfect
example,
for Jerome.
That's
perfect.
What I'm gonna say, like Jerome.
Jerome is wild, man. Most of the town is built on remains. Yeah. When I say remains, there were miners that died in a mine.
Oh yeah.
And they actually took the rock with the miners and crushed it up and then repurposed it and put it back out. So literally, there's people in the fucking rock.
And that town, the whole town burnt down numerous times.
Yeah, three or four times, something like that. Yeah. I mean, even more.
Yeah.
We watched some fucking crazy ass thing where we sat in this little theater and this thing just fucking spun around like a big old I can't think of the name what those things are, but
merry-go-round.
No, it was
fact checker. Could you take that guy else for us? Those things are spin around for us.
And they got pictures on it.
Yeah. That thing.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Go ahead. We're not gonna wait for him.
Yeah. So it was like an old movie type thing.
Yeah. Basically
explaining the town.
Yeah, but they were talking about how many times it had burned down, and then when we did our ghost adventure and went out to the cemetery, the guy was telling us all about it, and they actually only buried people 2 to 3 feet deep, and then they would put rocks on top of them to just compress it. And then once it would compress down, they would like bury more people on top and then put more rocks on and shit too. So their cemetery is super shallow. And that's where we got a lot of like responses when we did not only an EVP, but we did a spirit box, like a sweeper too. And we got a lot of responses. And there was another couple that was
so wait a minute, what is all this? You have equipment and shit?
Yeah.
So what describe that
equipment
for
explain
people?
the spirit box.
Some people who don't know what that stuff is, like what are you doing to capture this stuff and all that? Like what is it?
Well, with EVP, you just typically use a recording device, like any audio recording device.
Any audio
like
recording device.
Yeah. Okay. And it's just it captures those high frequencies that your ear can't catch. With the spirit box, it's actually sweeping between 2 AM frequencies.
Yeah, so you're sweeping the frequency band.
Yeah.
What does it look like?
Just a big black box. You can either do that, which is like a legit one, or you could do an app on your phone, which I don't think ever works.
Yeah.
Where do you get these things at?
You can buy them or you can make them yourself. Okay.
Typically like eBay, like the SB11, I think is like $150, something like that. It's not too bad.
And there's a guy that actually created
Yeah.
Well, I mean, didn't create the idea, but created these things called the Spirit Box that you could buy, where he took like an AM radio from Radio Shack or something and switched the channel. So what it does, and tell me if this, I don't mean to jump in here, but tell me if this is the way it is. It will like stop at each frequency on the way.
Yeah.
And it's going through like the white noise spectrum.
Yeah.
And so the reason that it does that is because if you get an EVP where it's like a continuous EVP, it couldn't have come from that frequency band because it's switching bands every like 0.2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
So So if people would have said, "Oh, that's coming from the radio frequency from a radio station,"
Yeah.
no, man, it's sweeping like 500 frequency bands in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
So a continuous thing across would be
Yeah.
hard to
super
catch.
hard.
Yeah.
Especially when you get a full sentence. Like you get something that's saying a couple words and it's the same voice. Like it is literally impossible to get that across all those different bands.
Yes.
Also, real quick, they use iPads, and Keith, they actually use GarageBand, and they have the amps up, Marshall, Fender, and they use those, and they sweep and
really?
and take
Oh, wow.
frequencies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
Oh, yeah.
It's really crazy. We got a lot of response when we went to Jerome. There was one part we were in an old school that was shut down. And we were upstairs and we were talking about a dance instructor. And I was just fucking around. And I was like, hey, you guys like my dancing? And nobody was getting anything. And my shit kicks on and it goes, no. And everyone started laughing. I was like, you're a fucking asshole because you got to talk shit.
That
about
was
my
crazy.
dancing.
Something just like
But
pushed
yeah.
my hand. Did you guys see that?
Oh.
Mark this. Check
Mark
out
it.
that what happened to my hand. That was crazy. Just remember that.
You
All
kept
right.
grabbing my thigh.
55
wasn't
minutes.
it?
My hands. That
I
wasn't
didn't
me.
know. Was that a go?
My hands were above the table,
55
man.
minutes.
Wait,
You can
26
check that
seconds.
too.
Something happened to my dick. What's going on?
I got a tingle.
It feels good. I
I got a
mean,
tingle.
Remember that. What
you
time
can
was
keep
that?
it there.
We got time on that, so we
I
can
think-
check that
I think
later.
it's
I did.
55,
There you
yeah.
go.
I stamped it.
You watch.
Fuck.
I'm dead serious, man. I'm dead serious. You guys are
What'd
gonna
you
see
just
that
say?
shit.
Well,
Something like moved my hand,
Shut
man.
the
I
fuck
swear to
up.
God.
What
I
the
swear to
fuck?
you will see it when we see it.
We'll watch this shit back
Yeah.
right away.
Yeah, all right.
Let's fucking end this shit. Watch
Yeah.
it back.
It's your
All right.
carpal
How
tunnel.
much? Do we have enough time? How much time
Right.
we got? We still got time?
It's your carpal tunnel, though.
I don't have carpal tunnel, dude. I hope not.
We're only 56 minutes in.
Oh, okay, so we still got like half hour.
Yeah,
Cool.
let's rock.
Fuck yeah.
you know what's wild is we were supposed to go to the Domes yesterday to shoot. The Domes in Casa Grande, which is like
Yeah.
a satanic ritual
Yeah.
hotbed for like ghost activity.
Creepy.
And before we got there, we were driving there, and the fucking owner of the property was on a ladder, and he fell off and got so injured that they had to medevac him out of the Domes.
Oh,
so they had to
fuck.
shut the whole shoot down.
Damn.
So I mean, just think about like the crazy energy that's out there. And this guy's just fucking.
What are you laughing at?
I'm
He
not
is-
laughing because that's funny. I'm just laughing because I'm stoned.
Yeah, he is okay, which is the
Yeah.
main focus. He's all right, but it was wild to think that there hasn't been any injury issues out there, and the day we're gonna go shoot,
Yeah.
He
Maybe
fucking
you guys are
falls off
causing
ladder.
them, dude.
bro. I'm saying
That's like,
I'm saying.
hey, how many places you go to and that
We've
happens.
been into a lot.
That's crazy, man.
You gonna be all right.
You-
You know when you see that forehead vein, it's
I
lit.
know.
Yeah.
It's
You
lit.
okay, Keith?
Yeah.
Damn. Oh,
The
Told, I told
the
you,
light-
man.
The light just drained out.
Okay, that's cool.
They drain that shit, man.
Yep. They
just
do.
drain
Actually,
that
you know
shit.
what? Can you take it? Do you mind taking it out? I'll put it in the trunk. You guys can keep talking. I'll do it real quick.
Oh, okay.
So, do you were you touring at all for your music stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I
Shit,
usually
bro.
I'll do like one or two
Something's
dates
holding my hand back
and then
from
come
changing
back because
this.
I do have a 9 to 5 still too. So
Yeah.
like I'll go out on the weekend and do like one or two dates and then just head back. But I have been on tour like long back ways ago and shit.
Yeah. What was the longest time you guys did one straight thing?
Probably like a week or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been able to really get out there for like a month or 2-month tours. But
Yeah.
yeah.
That's cool. That's cool, man. What are some of the guys that you've played with in the past? I mean, is there anybody that?
A lot. Like I opened up for Wiz Khalifa.
Oh, no
in
shit.
Texas. That was crazy. It was like I think 8,000 people there. It was fucking nuts. It was on a beach in Texas. It took us like 18 hours to drive there. It was fucking crazy. But I've opened up for like Mystical, like all the old school
That's dope.
rappers.
Yeah.
Tech Nine, Hobson. We've worked with a lot of Psychopathic Records artists,
Yeah.
Magic Ninja Entertainment and stuff too. So
Yeah.
just a lot of underground shit. Like my stuff doesn't really fit with like the super
Yeah.
hype like trap people and shit. So
Yeah.
it's more just underground.
What do you think about that? Let me ask. What do you think about the state of hip hop right now? Because I know that's a kind of a little bit of an issue with, kind of it's going away from the lyrical
Yeah.
type
guys.
thing. And it's,
Yeah, no, sorry.
Okay.
Guys.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta take off, guys. It sucks. So
All right.
Say my later.
It's good
See
seeing you,
guys.
brother.
Yeah, man. Josh, good,
Good to
seeing
see
you, brother.
Thanks so much, man. I
Absolutely.
appreciate all your help, man.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, man.
You were, man. Appreciate it so
Yeah,
much.
All
man.
right, brother.
I appreciate you guys. Love
yeah,
y'all.
dude. We'll see you, man.
All right.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, man.
So yeah. So anyways, the whole lyrical thing where it's
Yeah.
kind of going away from the lyrical, and I get that to a point. Like if the beat is really good and the music's really good, I can deal without it being, you know, a lyrical MC or something, you know.
What the fuck was that?
Who knows? That was a ghost, dude. That was probably the ghost. So
Seriously, what was that?
yeah, it was the ghost.
That was loud as fuck.
So anyways,
Fucking ghost.
The podcast just exploded. Fuck.
You know, like everything's still up, right?
yeah.
What the
you're
fuck
good.
is that?
I think it was out there.
I'm just kidding.
So anyways, the
It
whole
was
lyrical
something in the green
thing.
room.
What do you think about what's going on in music right now in hip hop?
I like the evolution. I mean, I like to always see music change. I'm a very underground lyrical guy, so I like to listen to shit like Nas, you know, shit that has substance to it.
Yeah.
But I also know that when I listen to a Nas track, I can't just listen to it.
You gotta dig it in.
I gotta fucking absolve everything and fucking just listen to all his lyrics and figure out the story and like that's all I'm concentrating on. So, you know, if I'm at work and I'm trying to knock stuff out, it's like I don't care. I'll listen to Little Pump. I'll listen to whatever comes on the radio because it's so dumbed down that like my brain doesn't take over and be like, what are they really trying to say?
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's just.
Well, one thing I can say that I've kind of, it gets to a point where you have to just listen to what sounds good. You know what I mean? And I agree with you to that point where if it's a really lyrical MC, you have to you're digging in. Like back in the day when people used to bust out, you know, the lyrics. Of it, and it doesn't matter if it's hip hop or rock or whatever. You were, you know, the first time you heard that album or that record, you were pulling out the lyrics and you were checking them out. And a lot of people do that, and that's kind of that's cool and all. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I do that too. But when it's something just sounds good, I mean, that's kind of like the whole key to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and so I'll listen to it. That I get stuck in that genre thing where I'll just get stuck in a genre for like a 2-3 week period. And that's all I listen to.
Yeah.
But
He finds all the best rap from me.
yeah,
Does he?
Like
Nice.
all the rap I listen to,
Yeah.
is because I got from him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And kind of what I'm getting at is I still what the stuff that keeps me coming back is always the lyrical shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And not only just the lyrical shit, but some of the best MCs don't have a good cadence. They don't have a good flow, right? I mean, and they're good, but they're not great. But then you find people like Vince Staples who has, I think he is one of, right now when it comes to that cadence, that flow, the lyrics, the beats, everything about, you know, when that perfect storm happens, you know what I mean? So is there anybody out there that maybe we haven't heard of that's kind of like in that genre where just everything sounds so good that people aren't keying in on right now?
Yeah. Shit. I mean, just even a few people I personally know.
Let's hear it.
You know, one of my favorites right now is Tom McDonald. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He's out of L.A., super white guy, always pushing boundaries. You know, he kind of did a response to Joyner Lucas's track that he put out and called it White Boy.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's got like 14 million views off of it. And I think that, you know, the type of shit that he's doing is what everybody thinks, like the type of shit that he says everybody's thinking about, and it's kind of on the basis of like, you know, just because I'm white I'm not racist type of thing. But it gets looked down on so much when you say stuff like that, so I think it's really kind of holding him back from blowing up like he would.
Isn't that's weird how that happens? And we're really in especially right now, right this instant. I mean, we talked about it last show with Rich, that, you know, this whole like what's his name, the actor?
Bill Cosby?
No, the actor that just got popped for they're saying
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson. The whole craziness, Liam Neeson, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of like the similar type thing, is that the way that the social media has gone, it's you can act that way on one side of the spectrum, but if you act that way on the other side of the spectrum, you're wrong.
Exactly. Like, you're cheering him on when he says that shit in a movie.
Yes.
But then you find out he said it outside of a movie, like he would really do that shit. And instead of being like, oh fuck, Liam Neeson's really about that life, people are like, nah, he's a racist.
Yes.
It's like, no, he didn't drop the N-word.
No.
You know, he didn't say anything that was like degrading to the person. If it was a white guy, I killed that white motherfucker too. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's crazy. We live in a generation now that's just so, like, they just want to out people. They just want something to be outraged over all the time. Like,
we talked about that yesterday, dude.
Bro.
It's the same exact thing, actually.
It's
It's crazy as fuck, man. Fucking all the people that are mad at Liam Neeson probably didn't even watch the interview. They just read like the headline and shit. Like, there's a lot of things that when people say like, was it cadence and fucking just the way your emotion when you say words and stuff, and
inflection
and inflection, and it's I don't know, it's just crazy the way
it
is.
is.
This day
And hip hop, like, there's a lot of that going on right now. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a reason for it. I mean, there is racism out there. If you don't believe that, go spend some time down south. And you will, especially being a white person that doesn't, growing up in Arizona, we don't really have that background noise of there is different races. You know what I mean? I mean, you it's there, but growing up in Arizona, everybody's so you don't have that growing up. Like I didn't know about that till I was older. You know what I mean? And,
see, I grew up in South Dakota in the Midwest, so I mean, it wasn't really bad, but we still saw it. Like,
there's the background noise.
It's
there. And I remember hearing, when you go to the South and people are, still act the way they did. That background noise is still there from the 1800s or the early 1900s. I mean, you got one of the things that a lot of times that blew me away was hearing my friends say, like, if you come out here, it's different. We had two good buddies who moved out to Louisiana. Okay. And I remember them saying, it's a little different out here, so it might kind of wig you out, you know what I mean? But just the whole, sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. And that's like the background noise, you know what I mean? Yeah. So the racism is there in parts of the country. Yeah. It is heavy and it is bad.
What buddies were those?
Greenfield and Tha.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah.
And they live. I mean, in the middle of it, and it was kind of weird. But that's the thing, is that a lot of people, at least my take from it is, we forget how it is in those places. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, 100%.
And but it kind of gets tiring. It really gets tiring without people saying, all right, let's hear more from that person before we slay him on any subject. You know what
do you have a filter now in this new PC era when you're writing, or like you don't give a fuck, right?
No, I do.
You do?
I do, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think,
you kind of have to. You kind of have to.
Well, I think he's laughing because he's heard my music, so he's like, wow, you really do have a filter?
Well, I know.
But
you gotta watch this shit. There's videos and shit. I mean, they're fucking nuts. I love it.
There's stuff, I mean, there's subjects I definitely don't touch on just because it is that era, like where people will use anything against
intelligence
you. Intelligence probation.
Yeah,
it's just like I don't want to piss off a group of people and have them fucking protest my show or fuck up a movie that I'm releasing.
Dude, bad
like
fucking
it sucks,
bad attention's fucking good attention or whatever.
I don't know about all that. Some of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, bad publicity is good publicity. Any publicity is good.
Like
right?
I've done a fake reality show and been chastised over it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
isn't that weird how that happens? And there's so many trolls out there that they're doing that on purpose. Like, come on, guys, you got to realize this shit ain't real.
Yeah, exactly.
So a lot of people have been caught by the troll, the whole troll thing, because they can do a lot of fake stuff.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of those people are doing that fake stuff and continue with it because it catches fire.
Oh, absolutely.
So they can't say, hey, that was fake.
There are people that's their only job, like DJ academics, people who do podcasts and YouTube shows where all they do is break news.
Yes.
They take shit they see off World Star Hip Hop and they talk about it for 20 minutes. Yeah. That gains fucking traction. Now everybody's talking about
cha-ching,
it.
Cha-ching,
yeah,
cha-ching,
just monetize
cha-ching,
that shit, run your ads, get your money. That's all they fucking care about. They don't care if they ruin people's lives. Like, it's just, I just hate that we're in that society now. Like, when you were a kid,
there, though. It's not going anywhere.
Your teacher would smack you and tell you to fucking straighten up, and you straighten the fuck up, and you're good the rest of the day. Now it's like kids are screaming in class, beating their teachers up, and nobody's fucking doing anything about it. And that's because we've taken away that ability to discipline our children, and not in a manner where we're beating them by any means, but in a manner where, like, I knew that if I fucked up, my mom would whoop my ass at some point. I'm not going to do the crazy shit that I thought I was going to do. Yeah. When my friends were like, yo, let's do this, I'm going to actually take a second and be like, my mom hits really hard. Yeah. She swings that fucking
there's
belt
always
really hard.
That's that in your head. Yeah. I'm going to double think this, not just because I know to think about it twice, but because I know my mom's going to whoop my ass.
Exactly. And that fear that was instilled in you, and not only my mom, but my grandpa. My grandpa would fucking handle me. You know what I'm saying? So just having that there, like, you don't have that anymore. No. It's like, here's your fucking YouTube. Here's your cell phone at fucking 8 years old. Like, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah. Well, not only that, like, I see little kids, but they'll have, like, multiple things going on. Like, they'll be watching TV with a device, like 2 devices, like playing a game. And I'm like, it's like fucking just ADHD. Overload of just fucking
just breeding ADHD.
Games and information and just all this crazy shit. And it's like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, it's the thing that sucks about it is that that has taken such a hold on our society. That it's going to be hard to wean off of that, so we got to figure out a way to make that work for us.
I know, but my point of that is like, I think boredom is like what sparks creativity and shit. When you're bored as fuck, like
Oh,
I think about like all the times when like I didn't have any of that shit, and we were so bored. Like we were not only on our bikes in the neighborhoods doing crazy shit. Like I had a home video. I found a home video of me as a little kid, fucking making like fucking movies and like directing them. And I'll be like at the camera and be like, all right, cut, and like shit like that. Just being creative and shit like that because I was so bored. You know what I mean? Like I honestly think like the lack of boredom these days is like
maybe
that's creativity. I don't know. Maybe they're getting more creative with all this shit.
Well, maybe that's what.
Maybe it's a different kind of creativity because they're being able to fucking get all this information at once. I don't know what the fuck.
I think that you hit it. I think that was it. I think that maybe the way that we're using it to make it better is that we're saying use this for the creativity part, not to fuck yourself in 10 years and put something up that you're doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
But use it for the creativity part. I mean, how many people are making the the little fan films and throwing them up on YouTube? I mean, some of those people that are making them are kids. And
that's
so
true.
that's some of the good music.
Some of them are fucking
out.
just opening toys.
Yeah. I'm cool with that too, man. I'm cool with that. Yeah.
He watches it.
Comic Days, DAZE on eBay.com. All your collecting
him
needs.
opening toys naked.
Oh, that's kind of hot.
No.
Big in the bear community.
I don't need Bear Force One emailing me. So.
That was from yesterday's episode.
Oh man. I mean, I could kind of relate it to being a rapper, growing up rapping. If you had a studio, you could put out an album and you weren't fighting 50 other people that dropped an album the same day.
Yes.
So it's kind of like that. Like now, like if I put out an album, I got to make sure like I'm doing hot sauce with it. I'm doing beard oil. I'm doing like a signed poster. I can't just drop a single.
Yes.
It doesn't happen anymore because the market's so saturated, because the technology is so easy. Like we're running a fucking podcast, you know what I'm saying? In this small room. We're not in a huge studio.
This room's huge.
It still sounds amazing. It still looks great.
We have a green room, for Christ's sake.
I know, and that shit was fucking fire. Yes.
Y'all want to be in the green room.
My only point is it's so easy to do quality things now with such little little budget too.
Yes.
It's like you don't have to have a lot of money to do it, so everybody's doing it. And I think it's almost instilled a bit of laziness where it's like, I can shoot a fucking music video on Triller app. Yeah. You see that a lot where people will just like, hey, I'm dropping my new music video today, and it was shot on an iPhone app, and it just looks horrible.
Yes.
And you get all these people doing that. Then when you say you're gonna drop a music video, everyone's like, it better be good.
I'll watch.
I'm watching it.
I'll watch the No Jumper YouTube every once in a while. And,
that shit's funny.
Yeah, where Adam's like I think he does a thing where they pay, if they give him like $100 donation, he'll talk about their SoundCloud video or their SoundCloud song. And half the time he's just showing these guys and he's just like,
I'll talk about it. It's not
he's like,
be
what
good,
the fuck? What made this guy think that this was gonna be worth spending? And you've never heard of the No Jumper podcast?
I don't think so.
I don't think it's a podcast anymore. I think he just does.
It's like videos.
He interviews.
He just reviews them, or
he interviews young and up and coming rap stars and stuff like that.
Okay.
He's got a clothing and a bike and a skateboarding shop in LA.
Shit, man.
Yeah, so
I only watch The Breakfast Club. That's probably about it.
Yeah,
Breakfast Club's amazing.
I love it.
Yeah,
so
good stuff.
But yeah, so anyways, what I'm getting at is, it's kind of a must nowadays too. Yeah. Because it's so hard to make money off of the music alone now. You got you'd be stupid not to do this stuff. I mean, you love this stuff and you love, these are part of, you want to do it just because you're into that shit. Yeah. But it's also, I'd be stupid to waste not to put all that together, no matter how not alike they are. Yeah. Use that.
Yeah.
When the fuck do you sleep, man? He has a fucking family too. Fucking, it's crazy. Like, do you sleep?
Yeah, a little bit. A couple hours a night usually.
Dude,
oh, man.
'Cause I got a 9 to 5 too, so I'm doing that during the day.
No joke, man. I mean, it's super inspiring because like sometimes like I'm fucking getting lazy on shit or a project, and I'm like, I should do this, and then I'm like, I know Josh has probably got 3 editing projects. He's got to fucking take his kids to school. He's got to do all this crazy shit. He's fucking developing hot sauces, and I'm like, I shouldn't be fucking. I don't need to be lazy. Just gotta do it.
Yeah, just gotta do it, bro.
It's
honestly,
fucking really fucking cool, man.
I'm just glad you came on, and thank you, man. And before we wrap it up, we definitely probably ought to talk about again where you can get all this stuff.
Check the cameras quick while you guys go through
Yeah.
Make sure we're still good even. But keep it going.
Yeah. So again, let's tell everybody where they can get this.
Yeah, so it's really cool. If you go to thewikidone.net, it's THAWIKIDONE.net. I've got the beard oil on there. I partnershiped with 1740 Beard Balm, who is a great company based out of Kansas City, Missouri. An amazing guy. Mike Robertson runs the company. You got Johnny Godfrey. There's really good people over there on the team. They helped me by actually creating the product. I just let them know what fragrance I wanted, kind of what I wanted to use, and they really took it and ran with it. You know, I did the design, the labels, and everything else, and we've been selling it for over a year now.
Nice.
It's been one of their best sellers.
Well, definitely,
awesome.
I'm going to be trying this stuff, and I'll keep everybody up on it, and we'll definitely have you on again.
Yeah.
Anytime you got any new stuff, let us know, man, so we can get you on. And
100%.
This was a great show, man. Thank you.
And then make sure you guys grab
Your
that
show
hot
next
sauce
week,
too.
right?
What's up?
Your show next week?
Yeah, we got a show next week at Club Red. It's going to be February 16th. It's on Saturday, I believe.
Okay, cool.
It's the ICP CD release party, so we're going to be up there rocking that for a little quick set.
Any acting gigs real quick?
Oh, acting gigs? Not right now, man.
No,
Not right now.
So cool.
Yeah, I mean, we've done...
We didn't even get to talk about that. We'll talk about the next one, but he also acts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the latest one I did was with Pierre Etio in L.A. I went out there and did The Ascent.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's an exorcist movie where I got to pick up and rough up a couple priests in a diner scene.
Nice.
And the priest is a huge actor from some really good movies, which is going to be awesome. I got a speaking role in that.
Very
Fuck
cool.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
That's
dude, it's
huge,
gonna be
yeah.
super
That's
dope.
badass.
Congrats,
Yeah,
man.
thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys grab that hot sauce. You can get it on thewikidone.net too. Very small batch. I think there's only going to be 40 available tops. We've already gone through, I think, almost 20 at this point. So
Good.
Yeah, dude, you
Yeah, it
can,
makes it even cooler, everybody. So, I mean,
yeah,
love that limited stuff, whether you're doing it in T-shirts or limited toys or whatever.
Exactly.
People love this limited shit. So
Yeah.
you'll never be able to get it again, guys. So make sure you get it. Get that first edition.
yeah. And shout out Grunt Sauce for partnering with me on that too, man. Great veteran-backed company. So
Very cool.
Seriously, dude. Anytime you want to come on, just hit me up and just come
cool.
cruise over. And
cool. I'll
yeah,
be here
no,
every
so-
other day.
Fuck yeah.
Let's do it. All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, sweet. All right, good night.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it.
All right.
Bang!